Hi, welcome everyone to the start of another playlist. Actually, kind of a remake of an old one. You may have seen my bookkeeping playlist that has the uses Laravel to build the accounting foundations behind software for bookkeeping accounting purposes. And it was going really well. I had quite a few people who commented on it and they were interested. But I think I was looking back and I was watching through the videos and I found I got bogged down with the technology kind of in some of the later videos to the point where I thought, hang on, this is kind of missing the point here of what I'm doing. So, and since then, there's more technology and more in architecture things I want to talk about that I thought small accounts would be a better option for. So if you're following my other playlist, which is the recycle playlist, you'll see that I'm using GraphQL now as a means to communicate client to server. So I want to introduce that into small accounts. But again, to concentrate on the server side really, and we'll kind of develop the client side later. But I also want to introduce something which is relatively new to what I've ever had to do. I know for some it's a common thing, and that's the ability to actually make packages that can be used by other people, by yourself, or even by other people by deploying them onto Packagist.org, I think it is. So that it allows other people to use Composer to draw your packages in and use them as part of their deployment, as well as actually creating a working site that uses my own packages. So rather than just building a site as I would normally in Laravel, I'm actually going to create the packages and then have like what I'm going to call a mule site, which is effectively a shell that has very basic functionality in, but imports the packages that I will put up onto Packagist and GitHub, and they will be used to power the Mule site. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like that is for a number of reasons. Number one, I want to learn how to do it. Number two, I want to teach others how to do it the way I learn how to do it. I also want to learn this idea of abstracting out the functionality. Now, I might get this wrong, and disclaimer, I'm not saying my way is the way you should do it, and I really look forward to people's comments who know better than me because that's how I learn. So, there might be somebody who will comment and say, do it another way, which is fine. That's what learning's about. So, there's a number of reasons to do that, but also, one of the reasons I want to do is um, I have this idea as to how I think this is going to work. So, I have my small accounts app, which people will be able to freely download under the normal MIT license. But because the core functionality is going to be kind of held separately, specifically for Laravel sites, but still separate. What it means is if somebody has an existing Laravel website that they want to add the functionality of small accounts into it, but they don't want to start with a whole small account site, then what they can do is import these core functionality packages into their site, configure them up, and just use the functionality without having to use my kind of skeleton site in order for it to work. So that's the other kind of thing I'm thinking about here as well. It's not just for people who want a dedicated accounting website to do the bookkeeping. It's also for people who have an existing Laravel site who want to import that functionality and plumb in to all the mechanics that it offers as well. So you can see there's a number of reasons why I want to do this. Quite ambitious for me, to be honest. I mean, I'm kind of familiar with everything I need to do, but certainly out there compared to some of the other playlists that I've done before. But that's the beauty of learning new stuff, isn't it? And I can't wait to get stuck in. So please stick around. I'll probably put a brief video at the end of the old playlist just to say that we're starting this again on a new one. Stick around if you're interested in Laravel, if you're interested in bookkeeping for whatever reason. If you just want to learn a different way to code or learn how to use packages or even just the GraphQL system as a means of communication. Any of those things, all of those things we're going to cover. So this is just the introductory video. After this, we'll get started and let's see what we can do with small accounts. Hope to see you in the next video.